and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Rubber Sports Show. The NASCAR 2018 Coke Zero Sugar 400 from the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. Last week's race. If you didn't enjoy that last couple laps, why are you watching NASCAR? When Larson did the slide job and missed and slid into freaking Kyle and got Kyle into the wall, you knew Kyle was putting a bumper to him. There was no doubt in my mind Kyle was putting a bumper to him. Busch, that is. When he did, you know, I mean, there's no way Larson didn't see that one coming. Larson took a shot and missed, and that's the end result. But you know what? I will give Kyle Larson credit. I will give Kyle Busch credit. They both talked good about the other person. Larson drove by and gave Busch a thumbs up. Larson was going for it and lost. That finish was incredible. This week we're at Daytona, the World Center of Racing. Are we going to have a finish like that? I don't know. Doubtful. We will not have a slide job into bumping the wall and then still win a race. We have 400 miles, 160 laps, the July 4th annual event in Daytona. We have 3 stages of 40, 40, and 80. Last year, Junior won the pole. Brad Keselowski won stage 1. Matt Kenseth won stage 2. Ricky Stenhouse ended up winning the race. 2 years in a row, Ford has won the Daytona summer race. David Reagan is the only person to finish in the top 5 last year in the first stage, second stage, and third stage, 10th, 5th, and 6th. 3 straight overtime finishes for the July race at Daytona. 4 out of the last 5 went to overtime. Ladies and gents, we are going to overtime, I bet anything. Last year, in 2017, we had 16 lead changes, 14 cautions. The year before, 26 lead changes, 5 cautions. The year before that, 22 lead changes and 9 cautions. So, besides the stage cautions, I'm going to say that it's going to be probably at least double digits in cautions. There's going to be 20 plus lead changes. There's been 3 drivers that have actually got their only win at the July race in Daytona. Sam McQuarrie, Greg Sachs, and Eric Almirola. Almirola is actually set up to get a second win. We see the way he ran at Daytona in February. The way he's ran the last 3 Daytona races, or last 4 Super Speedway races. Can't talk today. The last 6 Super Speedway races, and then the last what did I write down here? The last 2 at Daytona. So our last 3. What the hell did I write? I don't know what I even wrote here. Okay, so last year, this year, so there's been 6 restrictor plate races in the last 2 years, and then 3 at Daytona. This will be, so this will be the 4th one at Daytona in 2 years. Eric Almirola's average is 7.5 finish. Paul Menard's average of 4.66. AJ Allmendinger's average is 7. Michael McDowell's average is 9.3. In those 3 Daytona races, Kurt Busch won, Dillon won the 500, and then Ricky Stenhouse won last year. Now, if you add Talladega into the mix, the Super Speedway, Eric Almirola in 5 races has averaged 6.2. Darrell Watts Jr. has averaged in 2 races a 9th. Remember, he was 2nd in Daytona 500. Paul Menard has averaged a 10.83, and Denny Hamlin 12.5. Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski are the ones that won the last 3 races at Talladega. How do you pick a winner in a super speedway race? I don't know. I know in February Daytona, I had some people on social media and on the comment section of YouTube. Well, duh. I mean, Austin Dillon was going to win. It's been 20 years since Dale died, and blah 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 blah. Okay. I mean, or 17 years, whatever it was, since Dale died, so it's like, so that doesn't guarantee a three car winning. I mean, that was hindsight. So my 3 picks, 2 of them make sense, 1 of them's got a little bit out there. They're all Fords, mind you. I know Chevy won Daytona, but we'll see, you know. So Eric Almirola, we know how well that 10 car has ran at Daytona this year. He almost won the 500. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., defending winner of this race. He won Daytona last year and Talladega last year. And Brad Keselowski, the winner of this race 2 years ago. Those are my 3 picks. So we'll see where I go with that. I do have an opinion on the July 4th race. Matter of fact, I'll say it here. I think NASCAR is they need to get more fans in the seats. I'm watching these races, I'm seeing these, you know, billion-dollar freaking racetracks. The seats are half empty. Ratings are down. People aren't watching sports as they used to. Look at all forms of sports. One thing NASCAR could do with this race is do like they did when they first had it. Have it on July 4th. No matter when July 4th was. July 4th, we're in Daytona. Used to be called the Firecracker 400. There was a Pepsi Firecracker 400. Have it the Coke Zero Firecracker 400. Run it at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on July 4th. And then, or even have it run in the evening, you know. Maybe have it go from do it like the 600 type and have it get over, you know, 9 o'clock, you know. Have it start at 5 o'clock Eastern Time and then have it run into the night, and then as soon as it's over, just have this big fireworks display over Daytona. I mean, I'd be cool watching that and then watching fireworks. I mean, I see the understanding they figure, okay, people won't stay home and watch there and go do what they want to do and barbecue. So if you have it during the day, people can barbecue, watch the race, continue drinking on throughout the evening, and be drunk people shooting off fireworks. What's more comical than that? But hey, this is my opinion. I do have some other opinions what NASCAR could do, but let's save those for another time. So that's going to wrap up the NASCAR 2018 Coke Zero Sugar 400 from the World Center Speed, Daytona International Speedway. The second race of 2 we have every year at Daytona. So my 3 picks to win: Eric Almirola, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Brad Keselowski. I nailed Kyle Busch last week. Of the videos I did, I think I'm like 8 out of 12 this year on picks. So, but any hoodles, next week is Kentucky, 1.5 miles. So restrictor plates can be dangerous. There will be a big one. There will be overtime. There will be people pissed. There will be people happy. That's Daytona. Thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.